Hi, this is Rob Ross with ToysRRoss in Bolivar. You probably recognize my face from all the other fat middle-aged diabetic guys with beards that look just like me that collect G.I. Joes. And this is Miss Carrie, but we refer to her as Granny Blowtorch. That is her G.I. Joe code name, and because she was a firefighter in a previous life, sometime in the Middle Ages. So we get asked all the time, what do you do when you get Joes in that have broken O-rings or the rubber band is gone? And we have found hair ties and bread ties and everything under the sun inside of these before. So there are multiple different things that you can do. But to actually get them done, you got to put these O-rings in, which we keep these O-rings on hand. Now, it's important to remember this O-ring here is good for this one. So there's the different ones. The 1982 Joes require different O-rings, so don't get those confused. So, like, there are people who do this regularly, and we wanted to do a video to show just how easy it is to build these. So you can either, like, magically put one back together. What do you think about that? Wah, wah. Or you can put an O-ring in. And to show you just how easy it is to do an O-ring, I brought a caveman to do it. Just kidding. I brought a Carrie Peterson to do it. Granny, do you want to show them how easy it is to put an O-ring in one of these suckers?
Sure.
All right. So while we're doing this, TikTok, who's behind the camera, that's her code name, is going to ask me some questions so we can do like an informative video at the same time Granny is building those. So you go ahead and ask away. I'll answer the questions, and we will... we're not going to do like a running commentary of her doing it because you guys can watch. But I just wanted you to see. By the way, she is 78 years young and single, for any of you guys out there watching right now. There's two guys at the counter who just turned around and looked right now. I know one of you guys, I know. So what do you got for me? Let's answer some questions today.
Do you sell parts?
We do sell some parts to some things, vehicles and figures. For example, we've got a very yellowed countdown here, but he's got a good crotch. So if you needed a countdown crotch, I'd be happy to sell this. We just, for us, for time reasons and for efficacy or fish, whatever the word is to use here, we don't often sell figure parts. We sell figure accessories some. We sell a lot of vehicle parts, though. You're never going to be able to message us and say, hey, do you have a keel haul gun? Or, hey, need some help?
I think he's glued together or something.
Did we glue them together?
Either that or I'm not strong enough to do it.
Let's take a look. This one's glued together. We don't run into this very often. In the event that you have a glued together figure, though, you can actually sometimes take hot water and pull them apart. Let's do this one.
Just a second. Let me check and see something else.
Here we go.
Let me see and be sure he has a screw in his back.
There you go. Let's do this one. Why don't you put an O-ring in this guy?
Okay.
You were already at this stage over there, so you just take this off. There you go. That's not the usual route for building figures, but there we go. Sometimes you get a kid who was real creative and didn't like his figures to come apart, so they just poured super glue inside of them. Those are fun discoveries to make when you're taking them apart. So, yes, on the question of parts, we do, in fact, sell some parts. What else you got for me, question-wise?
Do you ship?
We do ship all over the world every day. So, it depends. How much shipping costs depends very much on where you live and what you're getting shipped to you. So, keep that in mind. It's going to be more expensive if you want it faster, those kinds of things. So, yes, we do, in fact, ship.
What's the deal with all the Skylanders hate?
So we have a running joke right now. You'll see a bunch of our videos. And so we've actually been getting questions from people like, what's the deal with the Skylanders? We make fun of Skylanders a lot in our live whatnot sales. And so somebody, I'm not going to name any names of people who live in Florida, keeps sending us gift boxes every week with the new prank messages with Skylanders in them. So if you see some Skylanders on one of our reels, that's why. Because Skylanders suck, and so do the people that collect them.
How much does shipping cost?
Your look on your face was so disapproving. Shipping is 100% dependent on where it's going and what you're getting shipped to you.
Where are you located, and how do we get a hold of you?
We are located in Bolivar, Missouri. It's about 2 hours south of Kansas City. We get this question all the time. So, hey, be careful. That may not be the salute we're looking for. We're just going to avoid that problem.
He's waving hi at you.
But I wanted you to see, new O-ring in him. He is solid. That's how easy it is to put an O-ring in a figure once you get past the glued nonsense. So, what else you got for me question-wise? That really is like a 2-minute job. So,
Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, did you answer how they can get a hold of us?
if you want to get a hold of us, the best imaginable way is to message us here on Facebook, ToysRRoss LLC. You can call us at 417-777-4FUN. That's 4386. You can also message us in our inbox on TikTok. We've got a website, ToysRRoss.com. You can message us there as well. But those are the best ways to get a hold of us. We're available on Snapchat. We're on Instagram. And we do all the modern day social stuff that you have to do to make money online. So,
All right. Why aren't vintage Joes listed on your website?
ooh, good question. We get this question all the time, multiple times a day. Simply put, we sell vintage Joes too fast. And because so many different vintage Joes, the paint is different, the color app's different. So because there's such a differentiation between them, putting up, 10 vintage Joes of the same figure doesn't do us any good because they're all slightly different. We sell them as P2P, person to person. If you're interested in a vintage Joe vehicle, figure, accessory, all you have to do is message our store page, again, ToysRRoss LLC on Facebook, or go to our website, ToysRRoss.com, and send us a message from there, and somebody will get back with you. We'll do pictures and videos and sell those individuals. You'll never really find vintage Joes on our website or on our eBay or any place else. It is strictly by individual engagement only.
Most likely you'll have TikTok as your personal shopper. All right.
She sounds very excited about that.
So excited. Okay, how long have you been in business?
This is our 17th year. So we were started as a pawn shop and a gun store and electronic repair place for close to a decade, and then we transitioned into toys then. Granny's been with me for almost all that toy part of that, so coming up on 7 years. So, what's your favorite G.I. Joe, Miss Carrie?
Blowtorch, of course.
Blowtorch, because he was a firefighter, right?
He's cool.
That's right.
He knows what he's doing.
He set fires.
Well, for a good purpose.
Oh, for a good purpose.
And he knew how to put them out, too.
That's true. He'd run around with barbecue to take care of the back end problems, to put those out.
What's the rarest Joe you have ever had?
We've had a couple of prototype, like test shot Joes that have come through, and those are, so when the Joe factory decides to, when Hasbro decided to make a G.I. Joe, they would make a test shot or a prototype of what they were going to look like, and so that's how they would sort of tool their molds, and then they would run a standard plastic through it to get you an idea of what it would look like. And so we've had several of those through over the years. I've had I had a sealed baggy gold head Steel Brigade, which was a pretty freaking rare piece to have, graded actually. We had that in as well. But G.I. Joe was a team thing, and it was mostly the idea of sort of everybody could get G.I. Joes in the 80s. They were available at all the different retail places. So we don't really specialize in the super high-end grail pieces. We specialize in the stuff that dudes collected when they were kids.
Do you sell toys other than G.I. Joe?
We do. What other kind of cool stuff do we have here?
We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got Masters of the Universe, otherwise known as MOTU. We've got Transformers of all descriptions. We've got Scooby-Doo. We've got Barbie. We've got
Some risque comic books. I wouldn't have her say that. That was for me.
Well, we've got other comic books too.
We do. We have all kinds of comic books. Lego. Good Lord.
We have Barbie.
Yes.
And My Little Pony.
My Little Pony. Granny has been doing a lot of Lego sorting lately. That's kind of her. She's very good at being obsessively, compulsively sorting things out. So.
Yeah.
What else? What other cool questions do you have for us today, TikTok? Those are all, by the way, questions that people ask us on other videos, or we get messages on our store page all the time. So I guarantee you, though, someone's still going to ask us, like, where are you located after they watch this video? It's a given.
Okay, this is your last question. What's the worst Joe ever made?
Oh, gosh. Who do you think is the worst Joe? To me, it's got to be Gristle. 1993, the guy's called Gristle. It's, the gross, fatty part of a steak you don't eat. And even his file card says he smells bad, so...
Doesn't even look good.
It's just, and he's got a ponytail. Like, it's very hard for me to trust a man with a ponytail, so...
So reminder, Granny Blowtorch is single, but not if you look and smell like Gristle.
No ponytails, right? No ponytails?
No ponytail. I'm the one with the ponytail.
That's right. What about you guys? What does you think the worst G.I. Joe ever made? I want to hear back from you.